So Edith Wilson, the second Mrs. Wilson, was actually as she was actually acting as president, acting as a paper president, while Woodrow Wilson had a stroke on her second term. So she didn't notify the vice president or whoever. So she didn't notify the vice president. So the vice president would have been president for a while. Or if he died, then the vice president would have been president. But she didn't want to tell the vice president, so these reports that were supposedly coming from Woodrow Wilson, or these presidential reports that coming from Woodrow Wilson, supposedly coming from Woodrow Wilson, actually came from the second Mrs. Wilson. So she lied, but she wasn't president. But the fact when Woodrow was in bed, supposedly needing rest, and they were suspicious, but she was actually acting as president because she didn't want to tell the vice president. So it's not official, but we actually had a woman leader temporarily, and maybe almost a year. Definitely, I think it was more than a half a year, I think. Maybe it was 4 or 6 months, maybe longer. But maybe it was longer than that. But yeah, I mean, it shows that a woman could lead. I mean, you know. And that week of Edward, the weak son of Edward III, and then she screwed him by. I mean, she metaphorically screwed him by saying she had a growing in her belly, not of your English descent, and the French and English. The English thing got this French girl because he wanted a French to be on the to marry his son, and as one of the truces in Scotland. And yeah, Robert the Bruce ended up coming to his senses, and he fought in a couple wars, or couple wars. But yeah, I mean, and one of the so-called British nobles say, and this king could get ready to. Did you take a bath or shower? Did you take a shower? And he could get ready to kiss your ass, but he's supposedly a king. Yeah, so the King of Scotland, Robert the Bruce, and yeah, they should have swords again and fight the British again. Whoa!